Alright, so WWE Bad Blood is around that corner. No, I mean, not that one, but I mean, mine is sort of like 2 weeks away. Anyway, so with that being said, I was like another part of the whole series of who should win. I'm sorry, I didn't have that much confidence in that voice, but I already did a previous video of Judgment Day Terror Twins, who should win out of that one. Now we're sort of at the other juncture. I was like, we're basically at Bad Blood or Roman Reigns and Cody. I'm wondering if they're gonna give them like a name or something like how Stone Cold and Triple H had a name of Power Trip or something like that. I was like, dude, the Wonder Twins? Nah, that's lame. No, I'm not even going to do that. The Samoan Nightmare? That sounds a little bit, it sounds like a phobia, or phobic or something like that. The American Ooze, we'll figure it out. So anyway, I was like, I was like, till I got to actually like figure out some picks or whatever like that. I'm trying to think like who, like I to be honest, I really sort of think that you sort of got to give that to Bloodline just to keep them strong, competitive. Because I think in the long run, it doesn't matter. Roman Reigns, Cody, always going to get cheered. They're always going to be excited to see. But you got to sort of get them packed up. Like how Roman came out, SummerSlam, beat Solo and all them. Then came out that next Friday and then packed up the Bloodline. It's like, you got to have, they're almost in the same position at Judgment Day. Where it's like, if they get beat up by people they got the numbers over, guess what they is? They a bunch of bitches. And nobody wants to see that. So, to me, they really sort of have to pick. I mean, but I was like, but you can sort of see it from either way. Because I was like, you can see that the Roman Cody thing is going to basically maybe cause some friction that allows Solo and jacobfatu in order to really sow the seeds, as they were sort of saying, kind of like why Solo was like, he don't like you, he ain't gonna sign that contract. It's sort of that same thing. But also with that, you also gotta make jacobfatu look like a monster. Now you can make him look like a monster and they still lose. He can't take the pin. Solo gotta take the pin. But now Solo take the pin. Now how everybody already feels about him being with the Ulafala and him being the tribal chief and him being the head of the bloodline. Guess what? That started to go away when you got jacobfatu looking over here at you like I did everything I could and you still lost, baby boy. Yeah. So I think I was like, and then on the other side, I was like, well, I said there's there'll be some dysfunction between Roman and Cody. It's also one of them things where it's like, yes, they're not tag team, and I was like, to be honest, Solo and Jacob ain't a tag team either. But they're but I was like, but normally sometimes with the tag teams is that if you get two single stars that are really on the high end of being single stars, that they sometimes overtake the tag team that is like, yo, we do this all day for a living. It's like, yeah, but you ain't us. I was like, we do the things you can't do by ourselves all day, night. So I was like, I can see them being basically the Terror Twins in the sense of just dominating over the whole, I was like, the bloodline. But there's going to be some interference as well too. So it's like, you got to take that. But I was like, well, like I said, Cody and Roman up here. They okay, I was like, is Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa, but they can take them out with ease. I was like, I don't know, they're not gonna do no DQ finish. I was like, it just all depends on what we're trying to get to the storyline. I was like, is War Games the next level? Because I was like, I can see them want to put jacobfatu in there. Does the Rock need to? I was like, the Rock is the mastermind. What his involvement in all this. This is different, and this is where this is different than the Judgment Day stuff. Is because they do have things and goals and an ending that they want to talk about that they can't, that other factions doesn't have or whatever. And it all depends on how those go. And I was like, I don't think that either loss on either side would throw that off or whatever. It really just throws it off based on if like Rock can't do it or something like that. That would really throw it off. Or if they are trying to do the War Games where people come together for it or something like that. That's really the only way. Is that how that goes? But I to me, I think this first iteration, you have to sort of give it to Bloodline. I was like, I think to have it be a Jacob Fatu showing. I was like, look, Cody's already lost in a tag team match where he got pinned by Solo in order for the chance at the title, I believe. So that's already happened. Yeah. So I was like, now I got to do with predictions of who I think is going to win, not necessarily which is the right story to choose. Because I was like, I think for the necessarily the story plot, I was like, I could say that Bloodline is the way to go. But I can also understand too that hey, Roman and Cody say they get the win over Solo or whatever like that, which I would imagine that. I think the best route would have Cody pin Solo because I think Roman and Solo are going to have a match. And I was like, while I also think that Roman and Jacob Fatu might end up having something later on as well too. You go ahead and have Cody get the pin because I think that bothers both sides. You bother Roman, who's like, I'm the tribal chief. I get the pins. I don't want to make the rules. Like you go ahead and you like he doesn't win it, and then he got to look at Cody, and Cody's like, I'm the man. You not anymore. While Solo gets pinned again, and the whole thing is Jacob Fatu looking like, I love you, Solo, with the whole thing. But yeah, I was like, it'll be intriguing the route that they decided to go, just because I was like, this one is this is one where I don't think there's a lose necessarily. But I do think that if you don't give Bloodline this right now, that it sort of makes everything where it's like, because the whole point is trying to get the WrestleMania at this point for a lot of this stuff, and it's like, I don't know. I was like, we've already seen how it is when it's plotting over here with with Bloodline. So it's like it's going to just be plotting over here as well too. I think unless you can have Bloodline look strong and capable for a while, where their threats are able to be taken serious or whatnot. But anyway, let me know what you think or whatever. Like I said, this ain't necessarily a prediction of who I think is going to win. I was like, I think you probably could tell who I think is going to win based off of how I think of the storyline might venture off from here. But hey, let me know what you think. And until then, peace. I'm out.